Hey and welcome to Ethnic Musical. I'm Daniel and I'm going to show you today how to tune the Arabic Oud. I will give you some tips about the pegs and about the strings and really show you how this is done so you can do it like a pro. I hope you enjoyed this video. Alright guys, so when you receive your oud, it's probably after quite a journey it had of about 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, and most chances strings are going to be loose. And before tuning, it's important to make sure that the strings are aligned correctly and the pegs are in the correct position, and let me explain you what I mean. First of all, make sure that each string is in the correct place, in the notch, and they are not like, for example, like this. This is wrong, so make sure it is sitting on the notch. Now, let's get a closer look on the pegs, how they should look. Let's have a look at this peg and this string. As you can see, the string is loose. And before tuning it, I want to show you how to make sure it tunes properly and holds the tune for a long time. So imagine if you're in this situation that the string is loose and you are tuning it, okay? You can see that the string is exactly at the end of the peg, right here before the hole. And this is a problem, and let me explain to you also why. When you will tune it and you will push it inside, the strings is kind of pushed to the hole and doesn't let the peg really go inside. So what you want to do is make sure when you start tuning that the string is as much as possible close to the other part and not close to the other end. So let me show you how it looks. This is good and this is bad. Okay, if you are tuning you this way, I can guarantee you it will lose tune all the time and you will have very difficult time. So make sure that on your first tuning, after that it will not move anymore, but on your first tuning it's gonna be this way and as far as possible from the other hole. Some people think that when turning the peg it should just hold, but this is completely false. So imagine that the peg is basically a piece of wood stuck into this peg hole. So what actually holds the peg from slipping away is the pressure. For that reason, we always have to apply pressure. And the way to do it is what I like to do, is to put the oud this way on my knee and use the knee at the contra to give some pressure to the peg. So if you are just doing it this way and tuning, after a few minutes the peg will slip back. But if you apply some pressure with something here, this will make sure that the peg is going to stay in its place. So this is a very important tip, and make sure that you are applying the pressure. When you do it from the other side, you can use your fingers here to pull the strings inside. Okay guys, are you ready to start tuning? Let's dive right into it. So the Arabic Oud is tuned to C, F, A, D, G, C. This one is a C, the first string, and the last one is a C. This is the tuning of the Arabic Oud. You can see it on the screen right now. And let's start tune from the top string, from the C. So I'm gonna start here, go all the way to C. Okay, I can always tune it a bit higher because I know anyway I will have to do it a few times until it actually settles. So feel free to tune it a bit higher. After that you will have to tune it again anyway. Okay, the next pair is an F. So I'm leaning the oud, the peg box, on my knee and I'm going to tune the F. Again, I could stop here exactly on the green, but I choose to tune it a little higher. Now what I'm going to do now, and this is optional for you depending on your experience, I don't use the tuner for the second string of each pair. What I mean, I can just use my ear to hear the second tone and just match it. So for example, I'm not using the tuner, I'm just turning it until they sound the same. If you feel intimidated by this idea, so you can always use your pick to just hit the second string and make sure it's tuned the same. But I like more, again I will show you, I'm plucking and just matching the strings. I think this is the best way to do it, but if not, you can also just tune one by one. Let's tune the next one. The next one is an A. And I'm using some pressure to pull it in. And now I'm gonna match the strings. Okay. The next one is a D, is over here. This one is completely out of tune. So it's a D above the A. Okay. You can see how the string is going back. It's a new string, it will take some time until it settles. Okay, it's enough for now. Let's go to the G string. And always remember to apply pressure to make sure the pegs are fully inside. And the last one is the C, which are over here. So what I like to do when I'm tuning them is to come here and use my nail to tune them. Just it's more comfortable. And the second one I can compare it. Okay, I'm gonna pluck all the strings and you will see it's again not tuned, but this process you will repeat again and again. I would say this is 90% tuned, and I'm just gonna repeat the process again. Again, going from C, tuning it a bit higher. This time is gonna be a bit faster. And then the A. Okay, I could say now the oud is fully tuned. Okay, I hope the tuning went well. There is a small tip I want to give you which will speed the process of the settling of the strings. So please remember that your new oud has new strings, and like in any other instrument like a guitar or violin, it takes time for the string to settle. What does that mean? It means after half an hour or a few minutes the strings will loose again. And to make this part a bit faster, what I like to do is to pull the strings a bit up. And what I do, I lay the oud on my knees and I take and gently pushing them a bit up, each one of them. Of course, after you have to tune it again, there is no doubt, but this will help you speed up the process of the tuning, so in no time your oud is going to be tuned correctly. Feel free to watch this video again as much as you need to make sure that tuning is good. And I just want to tell you something from my personal experience. I've been playing oud for about 15 years now, and it really takes time to learn how to tune the oud. So it takes time to learn the oud, but also how to tune the oud. So don't be harsh on yourself and give yourself the time to really master the tuning of the oud. Take it easy, step by step, and in no time you will be tuning the oud like a pro. Thank you, have a nice day.